Good morning, everyone. This is Tim, and I hope you're doing well. This is a beautiful day in Sapporo, Japan, and I'm just right around the Sapporo television tower. And as you can see, it's almost noon, and this is a morning for me. Yesterday, I wanted to try ramen in Japan for the first time. So around 11 o'clock at night, I decided to venture out and seek out a noodle shop, a ramen shop, and lo and behold, a long lineup. And if you think there were a lot of people in front, check out behind. And the line continues all the way around the corner to the back. And after a little bit of a wait with the hungry patrons, I finally got in. Yet another line. And finally, I got a seat at the table, and service was prompt. All the hardworking folks in the kitchen. And this was a wonderful bowl of ramen that arrived. And I don't know about you, but after that line, it was extra tasty. The noodles had perfect texture, the broth was rich and flavorful, and made even richer with the addition of butter. And if that wasn't rich enough, that luscious fatty pork. They really know how to choose their cuts, and a little bit of beer to top things off. And lo and behold, it was 1 a.m. when all is said and done. So a little bit of a late start today. And after the ramen, I have a bit of a craving for some seafood. And what better place in Sapporo than at the Nijo Market, N-I-J-A market, and I think it's a fish market. And just walking through, and lo and behold, another food stall area. But I'm going to refrain, and because the Nijo Market is right over there, it'll be fun to explore. And I actually got to tour the Sapporo Tower a few days ago, and I found out there was a dessert buffet. So I can't wait to give that a try. But first, let's head in to the Nijo Market. Come on, let's go. And oh my goodness, look at this. I think these are a miniature king crab. So I guess you call it a prince crab. And those are the larger ones, some legs, the snow crab. And I believe these are the Hokkaido special. These are what they call the chestnut crab or the hairy crab. I think a little bit of work to do, a little bit of work to deshell, or a lot. Let's see. And it's pretty cool to see people doing the same thing, taking pictures of crabs that are bigger than their head. Look at this. So little ones and a ginormous one. And this is the largest I've seen. They had to cut it in half. And as we walk on, it gets better. We have uni, from the small ones to the larger ones to what I think are premium, and all the hardworking folks here. And it was really kind of the lady to let me take pictures here, because not a lot of store owners do. But let's see, ginormous shrimp, a little bit of abalone. All these king crabs are looking great. All right, and this is the biggest one I've seen yet. The King Kong of king crabs. So all this seafood has gotten me a little bit hungry, and there are places to eat. Let's go check it out. Some salmon with the roe to the uni. So I am getting hungry, and there's so many lineups at different places, and this one seems to be dying down. But look at all this. So this is in plastic form, but I can't wait to check out the real thing. Thank you so much. It's kind of hard to pass by all that seafood without trying some. Let's see what they have. Fantastic that they have pictures. And I think I'm just gonna go for something small. Maybe some rice with some uni. And I think something like this, where we have a little bit of each, sounds good. Can I get this one? Yeah, so this has scallop, crab, roe, unagi? Uni. Oh, uni, and then fish. Okay, all right, thank you. So I just made my order and I've been corrected on my pronunciation. That is not unagi, that is uni sea urchin. And the name of the market, it's Nijo Market, not Ninjo, or apologies for my pronunciation. And as we wait for the food, we can look at the tank of crustaceans. Oh, thank you. Our seafood rice bowl has arrived, and a ginormous shrimp, that's the head, along with a confetti of seafood goodness from the uni to the roe, tuna, salmon, scallops, and I think this is a little bit of crab, a little bit of additional roe with a miso soup. And I'm quite glad it's a small bowl, a little snack before we go for this interesting dessert buffet. Don't know how it is, but it'll be fun to find out together. Let's try a miso soup first. Nice and warming, and probably the best miso soup I've had. Savory and seafood flavor as well. I think they have a little bit of crab in there. Let's take a look. And yes, they do. Seafood miso soup. And let's give, I think this is called the chirashi don. Let's give the rice a try. All right, so that's looking really nice. I don't believe you eat the head, and I think, but you do eat the meat here. Let's give a little bit of soy sauce right here. A little bit of the wasabi. A little bit of salmon first. A little bit of the wasabi and the soy sauce. Very nice. Sweet and fatty salmon, really nice texture. What a good start. I think we need to mix the rice together. Move this aside. I know that is a shisho leaf. So, a little bit of rice with a little bit of crab. And the rice is nice and firm, just holds together barely. The crab is really nice because it is sweet and comes deshelled, so all you need to do is focus on eating, and that roe there adds a little bit of pop. Really nice texture. And the uni is one of my favorites, so a little bit of soy sauce. They don't give you much, but that's okay. So a little bit of rice. Creamy and unctuous, a little bit sweet and briny like the sea. Gotta give that shrimp a try. So this is a little bit tricky. Again, I think the head is just for decoration, so I'm gonna, put that here. A little bit messy, maybe a little bit of soy sauce. Looking really good. All right, cheers. Other way around. Oh, the shrimp is fresh and sweet, and a springy texture, very good if you like raw shrimp. And if you haven't given this a try, it's fun to be adventurous and good to train for an iron stomach. Cheers. And a little bit of the roe with the rice. And this is kind of a nice texture, and it actually provides its own little sauce because it just pops and there's a burst of savory goodness. Very nice. So I think I'm gonna finish this up. This is a really nice snack, and we'll wrap up with the market, and I'll take you over to the dessert buffet right across from the Sapporo television tower. Normally, when I visit places, I do a bunch of research to make sure it is somewhere I'd like to go, and somewhere that's known to be pretty good. This one, I really have no idea. I just came across it the other day touring the city, and really grateful that we can explore and visit together. All right, so I'll take it back. Huh, I never noticed king crab cup of water. It's just water. So that was a nice snack and nice to walk around and explore. And again, as I mentioned the other day when I was at the Sapporo TV tower and exploring, I came across this place that has a dessert buffet or a dessert sweet buffet. So I can't wait to check it out. Always nice to have something sweet. And I think we're just approaching. Come on, let's go inside. It looks like the Chicago one. And passing the tower again, 12:50 perfect time for a dessert lunch. Like all things in Japan, restaurants are stacked vertically. And I think it's on the second or third floor, and look, more food. So this is looking good already. So many sweets. From the macarons to the cake and the broccoli. And I think that's probably a dessert pizza. Oh, and a Bass cheesecake. This should be pretty good. And look at this. A wall of dessert. Oh, thank you so much. So this is very different from the Nijo Market. I'm starting to clue in here. I'm listening to the music and looking at all the decorations here. This is Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant, and I think that makes sense, all the desserts. But I got a chance to look around while coming to the table, and they not only have dessert, they have some hot food as well. And in front of our table, there are some options. For a little bit extra, you get the following: an endless amount of ice cream, and some strawberries, all you can eat. And let's see, macarons as well. So since we're only here once, let's give it a try. And in front are the vessels for such, the macarons, I think this is for strawberry. Yes, for strawberry. And this would be for the endless ice cream. And we better start because there is a catch. There is a 2-hour time limit. I think in Japan, there's always time limits for buffets. But let's get to work and be as efficient as possible. So certainly a very different type of buffet and a really unique one I've been to. But let's go for a little bit of drink first. So we've got some soda. I wonder what is white soda. And they have something called white water as well. Let's give it a try. I think it's this one. And this is a bit of a Western station, and actually not looking forward to a Western buffet, but it might be nice to see what the Japanese take is on Western fare. And maybe it's not all Western. Got a little bit of soup here. I think let's give this a try. A little bit more. Interesting entertainment while you get your food. And we have some curry. A little bit of rice for the wonderful curry. Alright, so I started from the other end, and let's see. A little bit of healthy veggies to start. And I think that was the broccoli I saw in the picture in the restaurant. A little bit of spaghetti and more spaghetti. Just gonna try a little bit of this. Right over here. So nice to see that they are restocking the buffet. Let's give this a try. This looks to be like some hamburger. in shiitake, mushroom, and bamboo sauce. Right here. A little bit of macaroni and cheese in a white sauce with a chunk of onions. It's getting better. As much as I love Western food, I think I want to try something more unique to Japan. And this is the egg omelet rice. Let's give that a try with ketchup. Oh, but luscious egg. Okay. Right over here. Some consomme soup. And this is really Disneyland themed. This is all the good fried food, mainly for the youngsters, but I guess we're all young at heart. So we have some cheese pizza and a pizza in white sauce. I think this might be chicken. And I think you need to get two. Right over here. And the fried items. A little bit of fish. A little bit of croquette. Not sure a croquette of what. And some chicken karaage. And these are looking like funny cheese balls. Number one and number two. And this is my interesting plate so far. So really interesting here. And just kind of take off the gloves. And this feels like Disneyland food, aside from the Japanese soup and the curry. But I think I need to give that white soda a try. All right, cheers. I quite like that. It's a little bit tangy, a little bit milky, kind of like a 7-Up float once you have had all the ice cream. All right, let's give this a try. And look at this. We have heart-shaped chopsticks. Definitely one of the most unique buffets I've been to. I don't know. Let's give it a try, though. I'm kind of curious as to what the croquet is. I think this might be the fried fish, but the fish is quite tender. It's actually really good. Good start. Maybe this is a croquette. And it looks like it is. But there's only one way to find out. That is a potato croquette. Nice and crispy on the outside. Potato-y goodness on the inside. Cheers. Little bit of spaghetti. And let's do the twirl with the chopsticks. All right, spaghetti. Something I would normally not get at a buffet, but let's give it a try. There's nothing wrong with the spaghetti. In fact, it's perfectly cooked. Sauce is nice and balanced. But, again, too many carbs, leaving less room for dessert. But one of the carbs I would love to try, and it is this omelet rice. And the omelet is cooked wonderfully. Normally at buffets, eggs are the biggest culprit of dryness. This is nice and cooked well. And it is cooked really well. Not over at all. And a little bit of rice adds a nice balance. Everything is really well seasoned though. The omelet rice is making up for it. Very good. So, I'm just gonna finish this round, but then I'll take you back for what we're here after, and that's the desserts. So we just have to finish up our lunch first, and then we can get to the desserts. Cheers. The white soda, definitely very good. That was a quick savory round, and I'm glad it was small because that wasn't what I was here to try. I'm actually here for desserts. I think the best thing was the omelet rice, and that curry was really nice too. A little bit of spice and a lot of depth of flavor. Chicken karaage was nice and tender, but the pizza and that little round thing that I didn't know what it was, well, it turned out to be a round of bread. A little bit bready for me, but that's okay. I think it's time for dessert. Come on, let's go. Okay, so I have my plate, and coming here, I think they have a salad bar, and I'm glad I skipped that. But look at all these desserts. Even starting off, we have some fresh strawberries, and these strawberries are a little bit extra, and I have a special container for that. I guess fruit is a little bit more expensive in Japan, but oh, look at this. We have a rose mousse. Looks like a strawberry mousse. Just a little bit. And I wonder what those cups are for. But next to the cups are little shots of jelly and another shot of jelly. Number one and number two. And then we have some mousse cake. Let's go for a slice of this. They are nice and miniature, so you can have so many of these. Oh, and little hors d'oeuvres of sweetness. Go for one of these. We have a little bit of sponge, and this they call the mousse of queen. Let's get the one with a little bit of strawberry. Moving down, some strawberry shortcake. Okay, so these slices are quite large. Oh, I think you're supposed to cut. There we go. Some gorgeous creme caramel. A little bit of muffins. So really nice to see everything stocked up. This is a chocolate cake, and it looks absolutely wonderful. And a cake filled with creamy goodness. A bunny cake with layers of raspberry and mousse. And going down, I think this is a coffee cake. So perfect. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of Swiss roll, more jelly, and this looks really nice. A lemon cake, a little bit here, or a lot. And to finish it off, they have a live station, some nice creamy Bass cheesecake. Alright, so excuse me. Oops. Oh, thank you. So back at the table and filled with dessert, and I actually got some ice cream here, and I actually took advantage of the ice cream. There's one problem. I have no idea what those flavors were. I took something that looks like a rum raisin and another that looks a little brown, and this I knew what it was. That must be strawberry, and then I had to go for the black. So ice cream by color if you don't know the language, but I think we need to give this a try before it melts. Let's see. Gonna try the black first. Let's see. Oh. That is not black. That is the richest chocolate ice cream I've ever had. A deep brown, and as deep and dark as the color is, so is the flavor, and it's nice and creamy too. And let's dig a little bit down in there for what looks like the rum raisin. And let's see. That's not rum raisin. I still don't know what it is, but it's absolutely delicious. That tastes like a cookie in ice cream form. Still not sure what it is, but if you know, please let me know. Dying to try those strawberries. That is a nice strawberry, and I think fruit is always at a premium here in Japan. That's why this is a premium item. I am kind of grateful with all the abundant fruits and strawberries we have back home where I'm from in Vancouver, Canada. But I want to try this Bass cheesecake. A little bit of cream, a little bit of the creamy black Bass cheesecake. Oh, that absolutely just melts in your mouth. So charred and almost burnt on the outside, as it should, and luscious, creamy filling, or the interior barely cooked, nice and custardy. Oh, very good. So I'm starting to really enjoy this part. The desserts are where it is at. If you like the Western foods, go for it. But this is amazing. I'm gonna try that bunny cake. Oh, and just cutting into it, I can feel how soft it is, and it is falling apart. The desserts keep getting better and better. That mousse is perfectly balanced, not too sweet, and that raspberry is quite a nice offset. Nice and creamy, perfectly set. And that first dessert I got, which is like a cloud of strawberry, let's give that a try. All right, definitely a winner. And when I said it was like a cloud of dessert, I was not kidding. That mousse meringue substance, absolutely, if cloud has a taste, that would be it. Oh, very good. So I think I'm gonna finish off the dessert. I'll start with the ice cream and go for a couple more rounds. It's actually pretty good. I was a little bit disappointed with the Western selection. Didn't come here just for a Western style buffet, but good curry, good omelet rice, and then of course the desserts, really, really nice here. And if you come here, make sure if you like the Western food, go for it. But I just jump right to the dessert. So again, thank you so much for joining. It's been a fun day at Nijo Market. Really nice, huge seafood and really nice snacks that you can get. A beautiful seafood rice and all the shops and stores that you can shop to your heart's content. So I'm gonna try one of those macarons, either a strawberry, chocolate, lemon, or green tea. Let's try the chocolate. Very good macaron. Crispy on the outside, a little bit of chew, and a wonderful filling. So, thank you so much for joining. This is not my typical choice of buffet, but it is kind of an interesting exploration and really fun as well. So, until we see each other again, I hope you're keeping well, I hope you're traveling well, and I hope you're eating well. So, with that, just need a little bit of coffee. And either the clocks are wrong here or I've been here for 7 hours. But anyhow, thank you so much for keeping me company. Till we see each other again, God bless, and all the best to you and yours. Cheers.